Nice. Hiya. Today we've come to Hic Bibi Nature Reserve on the edge of Coppell near Wigan in Lancashire. I did a drone flight a couple of days ago around the outside and over the top, a little bit over the top of it, and now we're having an actual walk around the place. It's gorgeous. It's always very quiet. Having said that, today I'll probably bump into a load of people, but it's a quiet spot. It's about 8 hectares, built on the side of an old, planted on the site of an old clay pit and brickworks. And I've got Molly with me, so I'll have to keep looking back for her because she's a little old lady now. She's got arthritis and she tends to walk quite slowly. I think she's coming up behind us now. So what we're doing today, we're going to have a walk around, chat about the place, and then I'm going to look for a couple of likely spots to put trail cams out to see if we can pick up any wildlife. Now in here, I think there's the greatest concentration of warblers in the, if it's not the north of England, it's actually in England, perhaps in the British Isles, I don't know. But the trees are gorgeous. There's lots of hawthorn, beech, elm, ash, oak, all sorts of things. There's ground's covered in it. It's been raining for the last few days and we've just grabbed a quick hour between the raindrops to come out, so the ground is lush and green and fabulous. Buttercups. It's one thing I love about not just the British countryside, not just the English countryside, but countryside in general. This is what you should do. We should all get out more. I don't care where you are. England, somewhere else in the UK, Europe, America, Asia. Get out in your own countryside. Get away from the houses. Get away from the conurbations. You don't need it. This is all you need. It's absolutely fabulous. And if you live in a city where you can't really get out into the countryside, you'll find a green space just to appreciate. And if you can't find a green space, then just go out and look at the sky, because that's fabulous as well. Don't look at the telly. Telly's rubbish. So now we're in the middle of it. Let me just swap we're looking out over it. So we raised up, the pathway goes around the perimeter, and so because it's like a quarry, it's all dipped down, and there are lakes in there, there are deer down there, they've built a couple of more artificial lakes. Basically it's clay. To build bricks you need clay, so this is like a clay quarry. So that means, being a clay quarry, it means that the water will settle into it and won't go away. So you just need to dig a hole, it will fill up with water, and then you've got a natural habitat, and some beautiful natural habitats. And they've built more and more lakes, or little ponds. They're not lakes, just little ponds. And they're fabulous. And I think we may put a camera up near one of the ponds, and we may put one up somewhere where we may or may not see deer. There are supposed to be some wild horses in here as well. But it's fabulous in the distance. I don't know whether you can see it in the distance over there. That's Rivington Pike and Winter Hill. And I've done videos. I did a very popular one on Lord Leverhulme's Rivington a couple of years ago. It's got a few thousand views, and there's a board here. Welcome to Hic Bibi, local nature reserve, telling you all about a fatal accident here that happened in 1871, showing the plan of Hic Bibi in 1928, showing us the nature reserve, and we are here. And that's where all the ponds are. I think it's got the greatest concentration of warblers in the UK. Great crested newts. Oh, there you are. Horsey. There are benches round here as well. Me and Molly come sometimes, because I'm retired now, so I can do what the hell I like without fear of favour. And we come out sometimes, sit on this bench that's on the edge of the fields, and you can just sit and stare into the middle distance. And I bring the flask up and my binoculars to watch the birds, because I used to do all sorts. I used to do rock climbing, raced a motorbike, played in bands, did all sorts of mad stuff. Now I'm retired, I'm thinking I've done it all. I've done what I want. So if I want to come out here and sit on my backside with my dog and watch the world go by, I'll sit outside and watch the world go by. So we've got the fields behind us. Beautiful, beautiful fields. Oh. A lot of the fields around here now are covered in rape, which is yellow, absolutely bright yellow. That's where you get rapeseed oil from. We're coming up now to our little bench. Oh, this is so peaceful. We've not seen anyone yet. Hopefully this spell of wet weather will keep people away. But I just kept my eye with my weather eye on the weather app and saw a break. God, it's gorgeous. I bloody love the countryside. You can hear the birds. I don't know, you couldn't. Boof, I just hit my microphone. I hope that's not gone boof. Boof. Probably get back and there'll be something wrong. No, this is our bench here. This is where Molly and I come to sit and look out over the beautiful views. Molly's underneath the bench now, like a little black dog. What are you doing underneath there, Moll? Just take it in. Right, come on, Moll, we'll go back up here to this path because that one's really overgrown and it's wet. Don't eat grass. Hello. She's found another dog. It's gone racing off. Frightened the life out of her. Molly just had a bit of a shouty time at another dog. A black lab, big black lab. It was friendly enough. Lovely. I think we'll come and get some blackberries in a bit. This is where they'll be. All the blackberries. Let me just show you where we're going. You feel like you could be in the middle of nowhere because you've got trees, not high, not massive, but you've got trees to your left and to your right, with the path going through the middle. It's fairly dense, so you can't see beyond it. There are no real views beyond the nature reserve, beyond say 50 metres around you at any given time. And I think that adds to the attraction of it really. Because if you look over, it's just green. There's just green. Different colours of green. There's dark green and light greens. Smatterings of yellow within it and red on the end of some of the bushes as the leaves grow. It's fabulous. Love it. Love it. Molly loved it as well. Pretty soon, within the next few hundred metres, we will come to a pond, and there's a sign next to this pond and a couple of seats, I don't usually let Molly get anywhere near it because I don't want to cause any disruption, especially now when we should have froglets and small toads and smooth newts and... Come on, Moll. She's a little newts. Great crested. Because this is one of the few places where you get great crested newts. And it's a lovely spot. I've never lingered very long. I kind of just walk past it, but appreciate its beauty as you walk past. Fab. Well, my battery doesn't run out before we get all the way around. Oh. My pack's trying to fall off. I've got cameras in my backpack and other stuff in a little bum bag there. I'm not actually using a bum bag, I've got slung over my shoulder. And it's trying to work its way off. We're walking in some trees now, it's very peaceful. That's one thing about the English countryside, about the countryside in this country. Here's the sign, great crested newts, grasshopper warblers, southern marsh, orchids. Fabulous. It's got the site history. The name Hic Bibi derived from the Latin meant here drink I. It is believed that Oliver Cromwell drank from a well along the nearby track, which is known as Hic Bibi Lane, which is where we've walked up. And I know that well very well. Ha! I know that well very well. And just down there behind us is the pond, with a couple of benches around it. If you can see. Bloody look at the greenery. It's mental. It's mentally beautiful. I should really be looking for spots to put out the camera now and start putting the cameras out. There are a couple of tracks here that people walk along. That I don't really want to... What do you think, Moll? What do you reckon? Shall we put a camera out here? Go on, we'll put a camera out. We'll look for a spot to put the camera out. And we'll do just that. It's a bit slippy. It's very, very wet. I'm going to end up completely mucked up. But what I'm looking for is a spot where it looks like there won't be any, I can't see any specific animal activity, but if you look at the place where it looks like it may be good for rabbits, deer, foxes. Can you hear my feet? I've chosen probably the worst path in the known universe to come down. Sorry if the camera's shaking everywhere. Right, it's not too bad here now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to look for somewhere to place the camera. So give me a minute. Right, well, I've just put the first trail cam out. I've put it fairly close, within about 25 metres. Oh, Molly, he's struggling. The girl's got arthritis, she's struggling a little bit. I put it within about 25 metres of a couple of ponds, facing away from them. So we'll see what happens. The only problem is I think we're going to get more rain. The only trouble, I've put it on some trees, but it's not really that sheltered. And when it rains on them, the cameras themselves are water resistant, but the lenses mist over, especially if it's slightly humid weather. We've got a lovely pond here behind us. I bet that's full of wildlife. I bet that's full. It's teeming with frogs and toads and newts. There'll probably be taddies in there at the moment. fabulous. Very muddy part. When I came the other day, it was dry as a bone. Sorry. Yeah, it was dry as a bone. And it only takes, because it's clay, it only takes like a few hours rain, just turn it into a muddy morass, and I think that's probably what's keeping a few people away, which is good for us because we don't like humans. Do we, Molly? I'm just blown away with the countryside, and this is in what, when I was a kid, many years ago, was the industrial northwest, dark satanic mills, chimneys, coal mines. Molly, be careful going up these stairs. Back leg's giving out. I think I'll get her home and give her a good rest. Going up some steps now. Now I've had cancer. That took it out of me. I've also got heart failure. So I'm not going to be in for that long. And I struggle a little bit going up hills now. I mean, they have tried like half my heart's closed down, shut down completely, and the other half is trying to go to sleep. I keep taking the tablets. Don't bother me. Just as long as whoever you are, wherever you are, you make the most of the short stay. I'm going to go up here now. Just see if I can find another spot. I can hear kids shouting somewhere. Find another spot for my last camera. See you in a bit. Right, that's it. Both cameras are out. I'll leave them there overnight. Perhaps come tomorrow, I might leave them 2 days. We'll see if we've got anything. If we've not got anything, we'll just look for different spots. It's like you don't know where anything is. There will be pathways that the animals use on a frequent basis. But at this time of year, because everything's so lush and grown and the weather is conducive to that, being warm, wet at the moment, but also periods of sun, the paths aren't discernible. So anyway, it don't matter. Well, that's us done. We're nearly now at the entrance to where we've come in. Molly's here. So, thank you very much. Remember, if you like what you see, press the subscribe button, the like button. Makes a difference to all the algorithms, the algorithm pixies of YouTube. And hopefully, the next video will be me posting some trail cam shots. How cool will that be? See you later, kids. Have a good day.